Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are joining us from on planet Earth. We want to welcome you here to the studios of Crossdresser Heaven and Transgender Heaven. I'm Dr. D. Haggerty. I'll be your moderator today as we bring you this very special presentation, something we've never done before here at CDH. I am going to assist your lovely hostess, April Rains Volk, as we are live from Keystone. April, it's yours.
Hey everyone, welcome from wherever you are around the world. We are so happy that you're joining us here. It's been an exciting week. For me, this is my second Keystone Conference, and so it is never fails to be exciting. It has just been super. What we're going to do today, though, is try and give you a flavor of what Keystone is all about and what it's like. So for those of you that maybe couldn't get here or thinking about get here, we'll be able to look and see and get a feel and understand what you can benefit from when you do come and see either us here at Keystone or another event close to you, or even just get out in your community and meet with other people. So with that said, we'll start right into some interviews here. Our first interview will be with Kristy Snow. Kristy is co-chair of the Keystone Conference, and then she is also the president of TransCentralPA. So I'm going to let her tell her story. I'll slide over here. We'll bring Kristy into the camera. And here we are. Kristy.
Good morning, April. Good
Morning.
Dr. D.
Thanks for being here with us today. We are so excited about her. Tell us about what Keystone is all about, how many people come, how long we've been around. Tell us everything we need to know about it.
Okay. Well, this is our 16th year of hosting the Keystone Conference. We first started in 2009 and, of course, took a couple-year break during the COVID pandemic. Right now, I just checked. We are just over 600 people this year, which is even more than last year. We have got people from all over the country, and in the past, we've had people come from about 23 different countries, and as I said, 50 states representing, pretty much everyone,
Sure.
everywhere. So it has been great.
Tell us about the format. How does it work?
Well, we would call ourselves a traditional gender conference, and what we have is about 4 days of events and activities throughout the days, but also a core set of workshops. This year we have about 130 workshops that go anywhere from makeup application to advocacy to parenting the trans child to working on your relationships with other people. We also have continuing medical education credits for our doctors and medical providers. We have continuing education credits for counselors and social workers. And actually next year we are going to be offering continuing education credits for the teachers and counselors in the school systems and stuff.
Awesome. So I know one of the most exciting things for me is the social aspect.
Yes.
We're 600 strong here, of men and women. Everything across the entire spectrum of gender is here with us. The social aspect of it, though, is so exciting. So What can people expect if they come for social?
Well, one of our big missions here at Keystone is to provide an immersive experience. And so it's especially profound for those that are just taking those first few steps out of the proverbial closet. We understand how people can be nervous, so we have a whole helping hand to kind of ease you into that transition. Not only do we have trans and non-binary and those that identify as cross-dressers, but we also have a huge group of supporting spouses and community members here to try to ease that transition as well. And in the evening, you may be nervous, but you've got 600 of your best friends to go out to dinner with. On Thursday night, Friday night, we have activities, dance parties, karaoke. We have bingo. We have a number of things to kind of allow you to do, and also give you another opportunity to go out for dinner as well in the town. And this Harrisburg has become a very warm and accepting place for us. As As you had mentioned, we have a local support group called TransCentralPA, and that is the host of the Keystone Conference. So we go out to all these establishments and have developed a great reputation with many of them. In fact, they actually call us and say, hey, please put us on your list.
Right.
We really want you to come back when you have your conference again.
That's awesome. And I know that's been like just a super experience. The community is so welcoming. There, as Kristy mentioned, we go out for dinners. And so we host, they have buses arranged. We go out to various places. And restaurants will literally shut themselves down for our groups.
Yes.
And it is just like, it is such a safe and immersive experience. And I was just going to echo the fact that the community embraces us. There is so much safety, security. You're just surrounded by people that are just like you here at the conference. So, you've been doing this for how many years now?
Well, I say that I have participated in 17 of the last 16 conferences because we did have to cancel, just 2 weeks before a 2020 event.
Yeah.
So I have been here since the beginning. Trust me, I had no idea that it would grow to this event. Our goal was to bring in resources to the central Pennsylvania area, and the word has slowly gone out, and it's all word of mouth.
Right.
So
Right. What, you've obviously been here so often. Do you have a couple experiences or things that takeaways that you would like to leave with people?
We could turn this into a 10-part series, I think, at this point, if you want me to go on that. There are so many great stories. And of course, hearing from the attendees, because it certainly for the staff and myself, it can get exhausting putting this on, but it just takes that one person to tell how wonderful an experience they've had. But probably one of my greatest stories is we had a person come who, from coming here, found the courage to go tell her twin brother, only to find out that her twin brother had been to Keystone the year prior, and that they both identified as transgender. So imagine 40-something years, of living with a twin, an identical twin, and you never had that chance to share with them.
My gosh. Yeah. I mean, it is just an immersive experience and a chance to share and grow and develop, and it is just fun. It is just constant fun. So anything else that you want to add before we wrap up on this part of it?
Yes. We would love to have you come, whether you identify as trans, non-binary, genderqueer, cross-dresser. This is a place for everybody. We have a very wide umbrella, and you are certainly welcome here at Keystone. And like April said, if you can't make Keystone in March, there are a lot of other events around the country. There's Atlantic Comfort Conference, there's a Spree, there is P-Town or Trans Week, there's First Event. So do it. Be true to yourself.
Absolutely.
And take that opportunity to go out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I think that you have an announcement that you would like to make related to next year.
Absolutely. You're hearing it here first. The dates for the 2027 Keystone Conference is March 17th through the 21st.
Awesome.
Here at the Harrisburg Hilton Hotel. Registration will open up on January 15th, which is the same day that you'll be able to make those room reservations too.
That's super. Yeah, we're excited. We can't wait. I wish I could register right now because I'll be here.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Kristy, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for allowing us to share this with all of our members on CDH and TGH. It sits out there on our YouTube channel, so it will have lots of visibility. And I'm very hopeful that next year we'll well exceed that 600 number.
Well, thank you. Thank you, April, and thank you, Dr. D, and have a wonderful time here at Keystone.
Thanks. We will. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so what we'd like to do now is we're going to shift and we're going to bring in a series of people who are here attending the conference, because what we want to do is give you a feel of what it's like to be here. What can you expect, why people come, what they get from it, and answer those types of questions. So again, to give you a feel, if you've never been here before, or if you're thinking about coming to a conference, something like that, what's the personal aspect, right? I could tell you all about the various pieces of what goes on, but to hear it from others, that's really what you want to do. So I'm going to bring in Allison. as our next person. So Allison, if you could slide over a little bit, I'm going to turn the camera for you. So if you would, Allison, tell us really, what brought you here? Why did you come to Keystone?
I've heard a lot about it. I went to a conference about 13 years ago up in New York, and hadn't gone since. And I heard a lot about Keystone, and just wanted to come and experience and just have a chance to live, live this way. Come dressed, stay dressed for a week.
Right. Good. So what would be kind of the biggest takeaway that you've had? What's the most exciting thing that you've done so far?
Probably past years, we've had a lot. Done the galas were really great.
Right.
Every year I've been here. I've been to Savannah Hawk, who's on the Fox and Phoenix podcast. Last year, she got surprised when Julie Rubenstein showed up, and they're both going to be here again this afternoon.
Right.
And go and see them.
Awesome.
It's always a lot of fun.
One of the biggest highlights of the week will occur tonight, and that is a huge gala. So the ballroom that I'm sitting next to here will be filled with, now we know, 600 women and men just dressed to the nines in their best gala dresses, and have a lot of dancing and good time. So are you going to come back next year?
We'll come back next year.
Yeah. And so if you would want to just kind of leave something with other people, what would you tell them about coming out?
I've been out before. It's not that this is the first time coming out.
Yeah.
But coming out here, you're among so many people. You meet people.
Right.
We're meeting so many people from CDH.
Yeah.
That's a huge lot of fun.
Right.
We've been chatting on the forums with everybody, and now you put the faces to them.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
you get a more personal relationship.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that is really exciting. We interact a lot on CDH or TGH, and you meet people. You get to know them. Maybe it's through chat or through things that they post, but you never get that personal side, that personal view of them. And that's what this, when we come here, you really get to put the face with the name, and you hear the voice, which we often don't know, right? So we really get to learn about each other and really become very close friends. I think, if there was one thing that I took away with me last year, it was a bond of friendship that led me to CDH and just gave me great confidence. So you coming back next year?
Coming back. Another thing, not just meeting CDH, but when you go out to dinners, you sit next to somebody,
Right.
all of a sudden you're introduced to someone. You're sitting at the breakfast at the bar,
Right.
suddenly
Right.
introduced to somebody.
Not that we spend time at the bar.
Well, putting in the breakfast would have there's no room at the table.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, I think, right. We definitely have a lot of opportunities for socialization, which is great. So, sometimes some of us are a little concerned about stepping out, about being out in public. When you get this opportunity here, you're really kind of in a closed structure environment. And so, you can really socialize and be free about it. You're not judged. You're not anything but accepted and loved. So, thank you, Allison. I appreciate it. I'm going to switch over now, and so my next guest is actually Allison. So we have Allison also coming in to be here with us today. So, Allison, this is your first Keystone.
Yes.
Right. So, how did you find out about it, and what made you want to come?
Well, I had an experience where I was, I've always had man boobs, and I've always been ashamed of them. And I was talking to a girlfriend about them, and she said, well, maybe I was just born with the wrong body.
Right.
And I started researching it, and as I researched it, it started making sense, and I found CDH and
Right.
and joined it and started finding some of the communities. Like these are actually very friendly people that care about each other. And I wanted to be a part of that, and so I joined it, and now I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah. So what have you learned so far? What have you done? What has the experience been like?
But I've been working with trying to learn how to work with wigs because I'm bald,
Right.
and so it's a little hard to have hair.
Right.
um, I'm just learning how to care for them and to make them look as good as I can make them look.
Right. And the social side, the social aspect,
Oh, yeah.
you've enjoyed that as well.
Oh, it's beautiful. Those people just they care for each other.
Yeah. Yep.
And how we could be misconstrued as being hateful.
Right.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, definitely. But I think kind of a big takeaway is that you can come here whether it's your first time or your 16th or 17th time, as Kristy said, and you'll fit in. You will be part of this community and accepted as you are, and understanding that we are each at different phases of our lives, whether we are transgender or whether we are cross-dressers or whether we're non-binary, wherever we are in that great gender spectrum, this is a place where you can come and really kind of find yourself or just explore, and just because you can do it in a free atmosphere, a free environment, where you again are totally safe and secured. You will meet sisters and brothers, and people will become your friends, and instantly you'll have a new family with you. So,
Yes.
Allison, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
And we're going to shift then to our next guest. And we today have with us Julie. And so Julie is going to talk to us for a bit here. And Julie, how often have you been to Keystone?
This is my first time at Keystone.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
And you are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's dressed even better. She shows up the host. That, what can I say? So tell me what brought you here? How did you learn about it?
Well, I've been around for a while and I kind of know a lot of people in
Yeah.
person and online, and but I've never been here. Everybody's
Right.
always talked about you should go to Keystone. You should go to Keystone.
Yeah.
And so this year I was like, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And I think CDH had a lot to do with it because I recently come back to CDH, made a lot of new friends,
Right.
and everybody was coming. I'm like,
Coming.
oh, we're going to even have a reception. I get to meet all the people that I met on CDH, get to meet them in person.
Right.
It's really
Right.
exciting.
Yeah, we had a CDH reception yesterday downstairs here, and had 50 plus, I think, members of CDH. And so next year we're shooting for 100. So if you are not considering yet coming, please do, because we would really love to have you join us as you come out. So
So another thing that I came for,
yeah,
I'm the girl that's handing out cards. I got always got projects going on, and so I'm doing a lot of that also.
right, yeah, and this is such a great networking opportunity,
Yeah.
and so we have a lot of people that come in, and whether they're working on projects or they're doing fundraising, or they just have something in their life that they want to share. This becomes a great opportunity. Again, you have right now we have 600.
Last
people.
night I got invited to go to the dance club.
Uh-huh.
But then I thought, I can go to the dance club in Chicago.
Right.
There's all this networking that's going on in the lobby here. So
Right.
I was really glad that I stayed here.
Right.
And I just met a lot of people.
And met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really,
yeah. So
really
we're
great for them.
where we are is in the lobby. We're outside the main ballroom, and this is kind of we're on the opposite side of where most people, because we're trying to keep the noise down. But this is really kind of a collection area. Of course, the bar at night becomes a collection area, and whether you want to do karaoke or anything like that, there are always opportunities here. So the socialization side, the meeting people, the networking, all of those things, because we have people in every aspect of employment, different professions. amongst our community. So it is just very awesome that we have those opportunities here. So what's your big takeaway?
You know, I was not excited about Keystone originally because I wasn't interested in sessions.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm a party girl. I like to go out.
Right.
But yesterday I went to like 3 sessions and they were all fantastic.
Right.
One by Melody about confidence.
Yep.
And she was phenomenal.
Right.
And then I went to another one in the afternoon about coming out stories.
Yeah.
And the speaker was speaking, but then she just opened up the floor and everybody was just like telling their stories. It was so emotional and
Yeah. The during the days, during the daytime, we have seminars set up that are typically about an hour and a half. And as Kristy said, they just kind of run the gamut of everything from professional education to styling to learning, what's your colors, how to pick different wardrobes, what style do you kind of lean to in terms of the clothing that you buy. But there is so much opportunity for education and experience sharing and learning. Yeah, so it is just a great, wonderful aspect of what we do. So you're coming back next year.
Actually, so I do burlesque.
Oh my gosh.
And I was riding on the bus with somebody.
Yeah.
And it turns out that she also does burlesque.
Right.
And so the two of us started conspiring, like, next year we should try to do a burlesque show here.
Right.
We could organize it, get a room. I think it would be great.
I think so
because
too.
We can be the only 2 performers that come.
I bet. No, out of the 600 plus that are here. Yeah.
So we're
So there you go. You heard it.
Back.
You heard it first here. Next year, we will have an introduction of some burlesque. So here's another reason.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, we have a
figure it out.
commitment.
We got some time.
We have a commitment. We know it's going to happen.
All right,
So
I'm already
we're good.
roped in.
Okay.
Like I always do too many projects.
No, that's
And
okay.
that's good. I love doing
But
projects.
even if it doesn't, she'll still be here.
Yes.
So you can
Yes,
get to
yes.
meet her as well and come and have a good time. So I am going to next move into having Leah meet and talk with us.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So we'll slide this over and say good morning.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm doing just fine. This is my 7th Keystone.
Oh my gosh.
I've been
Yes.
a CDH member since 2018.
Right.
I'm just having the time of my life. It's just so wonderful.
Right.
Everybody is so supportive, so friendly, so helpful. And this is a wonderful place you can come and be yourself, no matter what. I've seen impeccably dressed women. I've seen impeccably dressed men as women. It's just so wonderful. It really is.
Yeah, I think one of the really cool aspects of the whole thing is you will find people here that represent, again, across the entire spectrum. And so you will see at any given time during the day a princess, you will see a biker, you will see a professional woman. The dress just ranges across the board during the day. So how about your best experience? What have you taken away in your many times?
The best experience is interacting with people, because I came here on Tuesday and I probably had 10 people rush up to me and say, "Oh, Leah, hello, it's good to see you again."
Right.
People I've met over the years. From my first time, which I was scared stiff to come, within the first 30 minutes of my first time, I met 3 different people who welcomed me and supported me, and it was just really a wonderful process. So that for me is the interactions. Now the panels are really great too. Lindsay Taub is fantastic as a stylist. She does really good stuff. And the heartfelt testimonials about different people, about what they've gone through and what their struggles were, it really helps to build the community. And I just love it here. My one problem is it's only once a year. The other ones are so far away, I can't really get to them. So
Right. Yeah. that's a hard part. That we only get once a year here to come, and it just seems like it blows by. You get here and then it's almost over. So, are you excited about the ball tonight, about the gala?
Oh yes, it's always so much fun. I mean, the just looking at everybody else. I mean, I'm doing tone it down this year. Last year I went really glam, had a silvery flowing gown. Tonight's just gonna be a little black dress.
A little bit.
But I'm watching everybody else and enjoying them. And their speakers have always been every year.
Yeah.
It's been always really good.
Right.
And
the band is excellent.
Yes. Then the dance, of course.
Right.
I have to change. I have to change into some loose fitting.
Oh no! Yeah.
We'll shake my booty a little bit.
That's always the excitement. You're in your heels for hours, and so getting out on that dance floor can be fun. Yeah.
But I encourage anybody who's contemplating coming next year, make it. You will not regret it. It will be a wonderful experience.
Awesome.
And I like CDH. CDH has been here. We had our meeting yesterday.
Right.
If those of you who are just finding this video who aren't CDH members, join us.
Right.
Because it is a wonderful, supportive community. It really is.
Yeah, it's a sisterhood within the sisterhood.
Yeah.
So you'll come here and you'll find, all of us who have been out on CDH, whether you're on chat or not, it doesn't matter. It is just wonderful to be able to meet those people in person after you've interacted with them for so many times. So thank you very much, Leah, for coming in and joining us today.
And thank you for doing this.
Oh, it's our pleasure. This is fun. Yeah, we're excited about
See you
doing
later
this.
on.
We'll see you out on the dance floor.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll be in red tonight. I'm wearing it's kind of more like a magenta, I guess. Maroon maybe, I guess. My wife is over here in town. Bordeaux. I'll be in Bordeaux. Thank you, girl.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, next, I have Fiona here with me. So let me get you into this picture here, Fiona.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you
you
so
for
much.
joining us.
It's a miracle I'm here. I am not a morning person. Nothing starts operating usually until about noon. But as a favor to April,
Yes.
I was up at 5 o'clock this morning getting ready. No.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't think I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, which is unusual for me. I'm usually up about 4. So, how many times have you been here?
This is my 4th time.
Right.
First came in 2023.
Right.
I've been here, every year since.
Right.
And it just keeps getting better and better and better.
Right.
The more people you meet and the more social connections you make, each year it just becomes nicer and nicer to come here.
Right.
And you're surrounded by more and more friends and more people.
Yeah.
And you must come. You must
There
come.
we are. You have no choice. You must come next year. And you may have heard it, but because we are here live and have around us, the vacuum cleaner was running. So Lynn had to run over and get the vacuum guy to shut down for a few minutes.
Thank you, Lynn.
So tell me, what is your kind of biggest takeaway? What was your most memorable experience here at Keystone?
I have to go back to my first time here. My first time, I had met a lot of people, some who had known about before coming here. So it was like coming to meet some of my idols. I know her, and it made me. And just the personal connections you make is so nice, and the whole experience was so nice to be surrounded by people who get it,
Right.
who understand where you're coming from, and are not going to judge you.
Right.
The experience hit me so hard that after the gala that night, I went up in my room and I actually had tears of joy in my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
It just affected me. I was so happy to have discovered this tribe.
Right. Absolutely.
And I get the same feeling every year.
Yeah.
Not that I go in my room in tears every year.
No, that's great. I do.
Crying my eyes out.
I cry.
But
do
it
all
was
the time.
it was the first time, and it made such an impact on me. I said, I want more of this.
Right.
When can I sign up for next year yet? Is it time?
Right. That whole sense of belonging, of sisterhood here, of meeting those friends, making new friends, people that you have seen, and there are certainly some classic personalities that we have here that everyone comes to know, people that you see all the time.
Speaking of classic personalities, I saw Janice
Oh,
downstairs, and I made sure to invite her at some point.
at some point. So
She's the definition of classic personality.
absolutely. Janice is always dressed to the nines. There is no one that will outshine
Even
her.
at breakfast this morning, she looked killer. How do you do that so early?
I'm not even sure because I don't look killer anytime. So, but Janice is just is amazing. And again, some of those personalities that you see and people that you just know, and they just make you smile. And it just makes this place so wonderful.
It's amazing how quickly you become friends with people.
Yeah.
You wind up meeting people that understand you. They know where you're coming from. They don't judge you. And within minutes, you're talking about very personal things.
Yeah.
And it enables you to make acquaintances and friends very, very quickly. So it's that aspect of the sorority that is just hard to describe.
Yeah.
That's why you must come and experience it.
So, because we're here, do you want to just talk a little bit about Vanity Club and what it is and
Oh, sure.
and your interaction here?
Yeah, I belong to the Vanity Club. The Vanity Club has been around since, I think, the early 1990s. And it is a sisterhood of girls who have decided who have wanted to join the Vanity Club because the Vanity Club likes the best of the best. In other words, people who are really committed to being a cross-dresser or a trans woman and are out in public to some degree and are willing to work with other sisters, work with new girls to make them comfortable to the lifestyle, to make them comfortable with who they are. And April, we had our dinner last night, and April was our guest. She is friends with Dee Haggerty, and Dee is going to nominate her for membership in the Vanity Club. Hopefully, get in the next election cycle. You have to be elected by 75% of the voting members, so there is a bit of exclusivity.
So don't hold that against Vanity Club if I get elected in, right? Someone has to set the low bar.
No. We're not lowering our standards to let her in. No. If anything, we're raising the bar for future members.
So Dee is going to be my sponsor here, and I'm very thankful for that.
Speaking of the
There
devil,
she is.
There she is right there.
Yeah.
Fiona, you are such a character. In person, you're no different than on telephone or CDH. But
I don't know.
let me say personally, you really said a couple of very important things that have been echoed here throughout. You're not judged. You're welcomed. You're loved. You're a part of a family immediately when you come to any community event. It doesn't make a doggone bit of difference whether it's Keystone, Atlanta Comfort Conference, the Southern, it just doesn't matter. But we want you to be a part of community. And if you can hear the voices that have been here with April already, they're having a great time and they love meeting other people in our family and our community.
Right.
I'm popping out.
Okay. Yeah, Dee, I think, I would just kind of reiterate that, it doesn't matter where you are. We've had women who have come here who wear no makeup, had no wig, but they came here to learn and they were embraced right from the beginning. And, there are people here that can help you do that. We have people that will do your makeup. We have, and soon we'll talk to someone who really knows a lot about wigs, but there are people here who can help you do that. And so irrespective of where you are, whether you're just beginning or think you might want to look at the whole idea of cross-dressing, or you're fully through a transition as a transgender woman or man, this is a great place where you can come together with others just like you and be accepted. So, Fiona, thank you so much for
very
being
welcome.
here with us. I appreciate
And
your
remember, this is a
time.
miracle, so you owe me one.
Thank you, Fiona. Love you, dear.
Up this early, so yeah.
And remember, you must come.
You must come. Don't forget. Yes, yes. I think we're going to do hypnosis here, right? You
Okay.
must come. So,
Bye,
okay.
everybody.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So next, I've got Susie. Susie's going to join us, and many of you from CDH will also recognize Susie Peterson. So, Susie, how many times have you been here?
So this is the second time.
Second time?
Second time, yeah.
Right.
And,
And we met last year for the first time.
I take part of the responsibility of getting you to be part of CDH.
Absolutely.
It was wonderful meeting you last year, and you just fit in perfectly.
And again, that I was brand new, and I just found community. And Susie is out and travels a lot. As a woman, she's out often, and I was kind of at that beginner stage, but just got accepted right away by her and by others. So Susie, you're here this year doing something a little different than you have done, or that you did last year, right?
A little bit in addition, yes. So I'm an engineer. I'm sorry. So that means I look at problems and try to fix them. And early on, I was trying to figure out how can I have hair? How can I do this? Can I do that? Couldn't find anything that really looked good. Started buying some of the normal wigs and all that. It didn't feel right and so on. So I started experimenting with lace front wigs, and I started experimenting with gluing them on. I was looking at what do they do in movies and theater and so on. How do they make it look that natural? So I just started to play with it and try and figure things out. And I would show some pictures in the live chat room, which I highly recommend, by the way. If you are on CDH, come to the live chat room and chat with us. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. But anyway, people are starting to go, well, how do you do that? That's got to be your own hair. I am not blessed like April is, because she can wear her own hair. Mine doesn't do so well anymore. When I was a teenager, I had hair down to the middle of my back. Now that's the only place it'll grow. So if I want something up here, I gotta work. So I started playing with that, and could you do a presentation about that? Alex, that you said to me, well, why don't you sign up and do a presentation about hair, about wigs, and all that? So we did that on Thursday morning, and I went way over time, and I had material enough for another 3 or 4 hours.
Great.
And had a great audience, and it was a lot of fun.
Great.
So based on that,
We have asked Susie to do a video for us because we know so many of our members have questions about wigs. How do I select a wig? And then once I get it, how do I care for it? And what can I do? Can I adjust it? Susie is so experienced in all of that. She does some really amazing things. So we're going to soon be posting a video that will be up there for our members as kind of our new look into how-to type programming to help our members both on CDH and TGH. So Susie, what's your best takeaway from
the best takeaway? I think, so I'm not transitioning. I'm a cross-dresser, and I'm perfectly happy switching between the two sides and all that. So I don't come here so much for the advice that's offered for the transsexual side of the spectrum. I come here very much for the socializing. I love that. I have a number of friends that were here already, and I met them here last year. I got to know a lot of people last year. I got to meet April and a bunch of other people. So I come for the hanging out in the bar, socializing, going out to restaurants.
We don't drink though.
No.
No drinking. We just hang out.
Not much. We just sing karaoke and stand upright.
That's right. Try and stand upright.
Try our best. But we just having a great time, and as was said earlier, when you come here, no matter who you are, no matter what level you are at, you are accepted. You are automatically accepted. I used to tell people, if you've never been out, if you are uncomfortable, you're uncertain, you're scared, this is the place to come. It might seem intimidating because there might be hundreds of people, but this is the safest place I can imagine
Right.
for somebody to come the first time, because you're going to walk in the door and somebody's going to give you a hug.
Right.
I promise you.
You're going to find someone that's in that same place.
Absolutely.
Or someone who has because I saw Susie do this with the individual that I mentioned that came here, had no wig, no makeup, and Susie kind of wrapped her arms around her and started into that process. And it was like, okay, well, she has a wig now. I can help you to adjust that wig to make it fit you. And so that's what you're going to get when you come here. So Susie, thank you so much. We look forward to your video, and you will hopefully have that up before too long. And I'll see you on the dance floor tonight.
Yes, you will.
Susie, I don't believe it about not drinking at the bar, but we are definitely, we know about your talents with the wigs, and we are really looking forward to you gracing us with your skills and talents. As April pointed out, doing a video for our members. Folks have asked and asked and asked, and April and I are getting tired of getting beat up, not delivering to our constituents. So we're really going to look forward to you helping us out, dear.
So you just want me to take you out of your misery? That's what it is.
Yes,
I get it.
Absolutely. But I'll buy the drinks.
Excellent.
We won't drink. We'll just watch them.
That's right. We won't drink.
Okay.
And thank you, Dee. Thank you, Dee and April, for setting this up. I think it's a great initiative. And come next year.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Dee, you are much missed here, so you've got to get here. Okay. Thanks, Susie.
Thanks, April.
All right, we're going to move on here. I have another guest sitting next to me on the other side. As you might know, we can rotate our way through here. So this is Raina, and Raina has agreed to come and join us and sit and talk to us for a few minutes. So how many times have you been here?
This is my very first time.
Number one time. So, right, if you're a little concerned, here you are. First timer again of someone who's come in. So what's your experience? How's it been so far?
Great.
Yeah.
Wait for voice up. Let's get the voice up. It's that position to April's left that is the hardest to hear.
Right.
So I'm just winging it and seeing what's available and taking advantage of the opportunities to go out to eat and meet people and just have a good time. It's been a really fun time.
Awesome.
Almost too fun of a time.
Almost too much fun. Yeah, that's right. You can have too much fun here. As I know myself, Wednesday night was a lot of fun. Thursday morning was a little slower for me, and I had to pace myself a lot. So, how has the experience been for you? Have you felt welcomed? Have you felt accepted?
Oh, very much so. Very much so.
Any
Yes.
problems? Anything that you noticed that?
Well, I think there was a lady at the brewery giving me a little bit of stink eye, but I gave it back to her, and everything's fine.
And everything's good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are those people, no matter what, that you're going to have some issues out there. So, how about takeaways? What would you like to leave people with? If they're thinking about coming or they're a little concerned about coming, what would you say to them?
You have to make that leap of faith and trust yourself, and you just basically walk on in, say hello to everyone you meet. Sooner or later, having a conversation about anything in the world.
Right.
Very often the conversation turns to male-related topics, which is fine, but we just let your hair down and have a good time.
Right. Yeah, it's like, it's just everyday people here, right? And our conversations will drift to the normal things that you hear, but just the whole concept of coming, taking that step outside of your doorway, having that courage to get past that front door. Once you get here, I can guarantee you are going to feel wonderful. And so confidence building, confidence boosting, that is also a great aspect of being here in Keystone, because again, you're with 600 plus men and women who are just like you and have those same concerns. There is not one of us that has not been concerned, that at least that first time. And sometimes, it continues. We get nervous as we get closer to going out. So don't let that stop you. Take that chance, as Raina said. Take that opportunity and get out. Put yourself out there, because you will not regret doing it. I can tell you that. So, okay. So thank you much, Raina. We're going to move on to our next guest. So next up with us is a very good friend of mine. So I am bringing in Melanie Elizabeth. Welcome. Thanks for coming and joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honor.
You are. I'm honored, because I met Melanie last year, and we have then just struck up a great friendship. We've been out together at a Pride Fest, and we went dancing together at a club, and so we had lots of fun. So Melanie, tell me, how many times have you been to Keystone?
5.
5. See?
And every year it keeps getting better. I have to be honest with you. Like every year is like better than the last.
Than the last?
The more times you come, the more people that you know, and the more comfortable that you are.
Right.
And you just walk around the conference, and you just see one person to the next, and you're like, oh, hey, I remember her from 2 years ago. And you sit there and you run into people, and you just have a great conversation, and everybody is bonded, as you were saying earlier, April.
Yeah.
Like it's just a blast. Like you'll never feel so free and welcome.
Right.
And you're going to feel at a place like this.
Right.
Everybody is kind of in the same boat.
Yep.
You know, we are all, as I said, bonded in a way that's just, it's other people in the outside world really don't understand. I have to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't.
Right.
Like people that I've met for like a cup of coffee are like my new best friends.
Right.
So it's really a great time, and I can't suggest enough to come.
To come out here.
Come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So
Come out.
yes, be here next year, right? Be somewhere. Get out somewhere and socialize. Be part of the community, because it is ready to accept you. And again, it's as if you'll meet people like I did with Melanie, and you will become fast friends. You will get to know people very quickly, and they will become your friends forever. So, takeaways. What's like your best experience?
Well, my best experience, maybe I'm gonna put away meeting you, which is one of my favorite things that I ever did. I had no idea who April was, and I sat down and I was like, what a fascinating person. I can't believe like we're all wearing dresses and we're all feeling pretty and we're walking around, and I meet somebody and I'm like, wow, there's a backstory to this person. Like it's more than just this. It's more than just that. There's a backstory. The people that you meet are just amazing. Like you would take them home and they could be your neighbor and you have no idea, but like just wonderful people. And we're like, once again, we're bonded in a way that you're not going to find anywhere. Like, honestly, you'll never find it anywhere other than at a place like this. Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it's not just like, so even you come here and you meet these people, but then you can go out together in smaller groups. And so again, if you can't get to a place like Keystone or a different conference, you can go out with a friend. You can find a friend, and even if you're just going out for coffee or for a meal or to go dancing or whatever, that again, it's bonding. It's confidence boosting and confidence building, and it's really what our community is all about.
It really, really is, April. Like some of the people that I've met have become like the best friends of my life. Like people I just feel more comfortable with them than I would with anybody. Like people that I've known for 30 or 40 years. Like when I come here, once again, it's about the bonding. There's a common root that we're all tied together with.
Right.
And it's like it takes you over that hump. Where you're talking about the weather or whatever, but we just feel unified,
right,
in a way that you wouldn't with like your average person on the street.
Right.
It's just very, very different.
So I know that we wanted to talk just kind of briefly about a loss that we've had in our community, and so if you're able, and if not, we can move on. But
we recently lost a friend of mine. Her name was Carol. She was a moderator on CDH. And when I think about Keystone, I think about the first time I was ever out in the family. And I remember walking into the ballroom, which is just over here to my left. And I was so nervous. And then there she was. I knew her from CDH, forgive me. And then she just welcomed me in. And I walk into this room and I'm so nervous. I'm like, how do I go out there with all of these people? And they have they're all fabulous and they're all beautiful. Like, how do I do it? And then there she was. I saw her and it just away my inhibitions and my fears. And she just welcomed me in as a friend. She was like, Melanie, please come over here. And I sat down with her and my girl, Kelly Rhodes. And we just kind of sat together, and it just took away all of the fears that I had, because I knew I had somebody here who was a friend of mine, and I knew she loved me, and I knew she would accept me. It was like literally the first time I had ever been anywhere.
Right.
Even amongst our group, I was still afraid.
Right.
I was afraid, but I had her with me, and it just
Yeah.
it just made it okay.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway,
We had a memorial get together for her yesterday, and talked and toasted in her honor and her memory. And to those of you who knew her, we all know that she's part of our community, will always be a part of our community. And so, but thank you for taking the time, to be here, but also to do a little bit of remembrance.
it's my honor.
All right, so I'm going to move on now. Thank you again. So next up is Janice. So I mentioned Janice earlier, as did Fiona. Welcome, dear. So Janice is a classic icon that we all get to know and see. This smile lights up the world every day when you walk in, from morning to late at night, whenever she decides to leave.
Oh, you ladies are so beautiful.
Oh,
I can't help
it's amazing. So how many times have you been to Keystone?
Well, this is my 5th time.
5th time? All right. And what do you take away? What do you come for, and what do you take away from
I
Keystone?
take away the smile, the brighter smile, because all you ladies, you just make it so special. I mean, I feel the love from everybody around me,
Yep.
and everybody is just so special. And I meet new people every time I come here.
Yep. Yes.
And it's just like more and more people. It's like a family, and my family is growing because I'm meeting more people, and it's so comfortable. And you can't go wrong, even, because everybody's in their best spirits.
Right. Right.
So I just walk up to people. I'll pick somebody I've never met, and I just say, I'm going to go up and tell them how beautiful they look. And then, you get that smile on their face.
Right.
And it's like, that's what I take away. And that's what I look forward to when I come back to Keystone.
So, if you come to Keystone, you will see Janice, and you will be greeted by Janice, and you will come to know Janice, because she is everywhere. And she is just that person, that personality that just embraces everyone and makes you feel welcome and good about yourself. And so she is a classic. She's a classic. She's who we all want to be. And so, oh my God, she's got cold
She's nice and warm.
Yeah, I'm the hot babe. No, this girl, this girl here. So you're coming back next year?
I will be back next year, guaranteed.
And
unless
tonight,
I have a heart attack. Which we don't want.
We don't want to have that happen again.
And I thank everybody on CDH and April. My heart goes out to everybody that had me in their thoughts and prayers, and it's because of you that I'm back here this year.
If you don't know the story, Janice here in the gala had a heart attack
on the dance
floor. And I was maybe 10 feet away from her. I couldn't get to her before there were people already there, doctors, nurses, EMTs. They were there, and thank God she's back here with us this year. Classic as always, and she'll be out there on the dance floor making me look bad. But that's what she does. All right. So Dee, do you have a question?
Good to see you, Janice. And
hey, Dee.
I appreciate the fact that you joined in on April's comment about how newbies and experienced hands alike, everybody's embraced. Everybody's embraced, and it doesn't make any difference if you're a first timer. The old hands are going to reach out and put their hands around you. There's no standoff. There's no hierarchy. we're family, we're community, we're all in this together. And Janice, you're one of those folks that really exemplify that for us. And we love you for everything you do to help us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for coming and joining us. I'm going
My
to.
pleasure.
All right. So
Thank you for the heat.
Okay. So we are moving now because we want to make sure that we get all of the important people in here. So joining me now is Alex. And Alex is also one of those people that I met when I came here early. And Alex is also very involved here in the community. And so let's talk about that first. So you run the Helping Hands program.
Yes.
And so let's talk about that. So if a person comes here as a first timer, what happens?
So what they can do is there's so many links on the website that you can find, just different email addresses, or it'll take you to links, and you can contact the Helping Hand, which I'm the director of, and we reach out to you. We ask you, if you have any questions, what you need. We'll set you up with a big sister if you need something like that. Just really give you reassurance that you can do this. It doesn't have to be scary. There's 500 other people here, all in the same journey. We're just trying to, make everybody feel welcomed and let them know that it doesn't have to be scary when you step out that door.
Right. Yeah, and that is a community within the community as well. And I know I was able to take advantage of that last year, in my first year, and it's just a great way to kind of break yourself in. You know someone's going to be there to help. So, biggest takeaway: how many times have you been to Keystone?
This is my 4th year.
Right.
My biggest takeaway. So, real quick story. So, my first year, I get here. They had a record number. It was like 700 attendees. I come in on a Thursday. I check into the hotel on my phone. So I go to the garage. Don't even go to the front desk. Go up to my room. Come down to registration. I get off the elevator, and there's like 600-700 girls just everywhere. I make a beeline for registration. I get my stuff. I go back up to my room, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. It was just so overwhelming. It's like I don't know. I was really contemplating leaving.
Right.
And then I decided, no, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I went down and I found a person from CDH, Barbara Hetler.
Yeah.
I don't think she's very active anymore, but she didn't even ask. I didn't ask. She just took me under her wing. I stuck with her. She showed me the ropes.
Right.
And that's why I'm so involved with this now. I just want to give back. I know what it's like to be afraid to walk out that door.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to see that again.
Right. Yeah. It's I think we've all been there. A lot of you are out there that are the same way. That you have to make that first step. You got to get over that. Once you get here, you're not going to be left behind. There will be someone here to help you. Okay. So Alex, we're getting close to the end. I'm going to move to another guest. Thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, and I know I'll see you on the dance floor.
Of course.
Absolutely. Okay. So next up, I've got a guest, and I'll slide you over here, Jen. We'll get you into the screen. So, Jen, I know this is your second time being here, right?
This is my second, yes.
Yeah. So, and I met Jen last year. Jen is here as a presenter, and she was here last year as a presenter as well. And I went to her. I was in your first session here, and really got a lot out of that. So what brought you here, Jen? And what is your goal in being here?
What brought me here is Genspire. I'm a gender identity coach, help people all over the world find out who they are, where they want to go, and how to get there. And because my journey was powerful, it was really important to me that I get to be the resource that I wanted to have, right? That I wish I had. I love being a coach. I love making a difference in people's lives. And I don't tell anybody who they are. I help them get there, wherever that is that they want to go, that find that balance, that noble equilibrium that I talk about online. And it's so powerful. But the conference brought me here, Genspire, to help people and all of the things. But I have so much fun with everyone here. I love everybody's energy. Every time I meet all of these people that they're first timers, and like I love their boldness, and I just encourage it, and I just
it is amazing.
So
I went to her session here as well, and Jen is only 2.5 years into transition, and I'm like 3, and this is her and this is me. I'm like nowhere near that. She is amazing. So what really wanted, and Jen is here because this is going to be a teaser for you. So Jen has written a book which is available out there for you, right?
I don't look like this much anymore. People said that I look like Barbara Corcoran. When I came, this is when I came out. This is what my hair looked like. I grew it out in about 4 years, and but this is will always be who I was, and I honestly love every part of the journey. Like back when I thought I was a cross dresser, and like all of it was also important. I just love it all.
Yeah, and it's funny. So Jen will not fund your project if you're thinking about coming up with a new thing. She's not into that, but she will help you as in life coaching if you are interested in transitioning or you want to learn about transitioning. And I went to a session that she did yesterday that was am I too old? It's never too late to become yourself, and Jen will help you do that. Now, so the teaser is this. We've asked Jen to come back and do a full video with us, and so we'll feature her at some point when we can drag her down and get her to record with us.
And when I can have time to wake up from my crazy night that I had, like honestly, I'm at this conference and we have so much fun. I mean, like during the day learning stuff, and then I get kind of wild and have so fun with everybody at night.
Good deal. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're about at the end, and so I'm going to start a wrap up with you here. I hope that you've had this opportunity to kind of learn about Keystone and events like Keystone. You've heard it not just from me. You've heard it from people who are here for the first time, people who are here like Kristy, 17 out of 16 times, right? And everything in between. You've heard about how we can be helped, how we are made to feel part of community, how we're protected and safe, how we can learn, and how we can grow and develop. And I think, again, whether you do it here or at one of the other conferences or just with a group of friends, people that you meet, I think this is a great way to get out and to become yourself. Dee?
Well, the thing that I heard most from you, April, and everybody needed to hear it. We love you for who you are. We love you where you are, and we love you how you are. Right. You are our family. You're our brothers, and you are our sisters. Yep. As family, we are also part of a bigger community, and we beg you, be a part of it. If you're a newbie, take that first step out. You won't be alone. You'll have somebody. As April said so many times, somebody will be there to embrace you. And usually not just one somebody, you'll have a lot of somebodies there to help you.
Absolutely. Yeah. But 600 plus. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and we've got many conferences. If you want to learn more about some of the other conferences that we have, let us know on CDH, let us know on TGH, and we'll be happy to reach out and help you learn about those things and get some information to you. But again, April, you've been a wonderful hostess, and we really appreciate everything that you've done for our brothers and sisters and bringing this voice to Keystone. To all of you who joined us today, thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from CDH and TGH.
Yeah. Bye.